Welcome back, everyone, to the Monmouth Moms podcast. We are here on a beautiful day in Monmouth County, New Jersey, here in Red Bank. It's the first day of May. The sun is shining, and I think it's going to be warm out today. I'm so excited for the summer. The winter really flew, and spring. It's kind of, I don't know, I consider winter and spring basically the same because it's like cold and dreary and you don't go outside a lot. But I'm so excited for school to be close, almost over, and for the kids and Memorial Day weekend. We have a lot in store for you content-wise on the Monmouth Moms. We are working on our local beaches and pools guide, which is a great guide that you can check out. Every year we update all of the local beach like daily pass info, where to get a seasonal pass, where to check out different beach clubs if you just moved to the area and you're interested in joining a beach club, different pool clubs. There's lots of different outdoor water fun that you can take advantage of in Monmouth County. So definitely check that out soon. We also have our updated outdoor dining guide coming. So look for that and more. Lots of fun stuff ahead. Today on the podcast, we are welcoming Barbara Paul from Red Bank Volvo. I'm so excited to have you on the podcast today. Welcome.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Yeah. So we're going to dive a little bit into, I think one of the things, there's so many to-dos for moms, and the things that I think, I don't know if we necessarily avoid it, but when you're going to buy a car, it seems like it's a big task, right? Like what car to buy and why, and what's the most family-friendly vehicle, and what's the safest vehicle for your family. So we're going to delve into Volvo and ask Barbara what questions you should be asking your salesperson if you are purchasing a car this season. She just mentioned that May is actually a very busy time, I think, because everyone can get outside, right? You don't want to go buy a car like in the middle of like a snowstorm, so I get it.
Yes. And right before vacation times too.
Oh, right. Getting on the road. Okay. So where are you from, Barbara?
I live here in Shrewsbury now for 13 years.
Beautiful.
I also lived in Middlesex and Union counties, but originally I am from Hungary.
Oh.
Yes.
And you have how many children?
I have two daughters. They are adults now, but I also have two grandchildren. So.
And where you raised your daughters here?
Yes, when I was married, I lived in Middlesex County, so I didn't want to uproot them. I moved here, and then we did a lot of commuting back and forth to school. So
I see.
Lots of early mornings, but what worked out best for us.
Aw. And you have two grandchildren?
Yes, so they're close enough. They still live in Middlesex County, but I know they're looking to move. They're renting now, so hopefully Monmouth County will be their permanent home one day.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
It's great for families, right? There's a lot of stuff to do.
For sure.
So you've been with Red Bank Volvo, you said, for how long?
Since 2014, so coming up 10 years.
Wow. And tell me, I love Volvos. I think they're beautiful vehicles, genuinely. Like we were just talking how I'd really like to get one day. They're just really, I think most people know that like they're known for being very safe and just beautiful to look at on the road. And so we'll talk about all the different features and what's new with Volvo. What are like some of the biggest questions that you get from moms when they come in to, talk to you about perhaps buying a car?
Sure. So they usually are, number one question is the car big enough for car seats, strollers, sports bags, hockey bags, baseball bags, even golf clubs. So that's one of the big questions. Of course, safety is always a question, although they all already know Volvo is sort of synonymous with safety. Another thing is, can they maintain a beautiful look that that's inside the light leather, and the answer is yes.
The durability.
Yes.
Will it be durable enough for the goldfish and the pouches that are going to be thrown all over the
That's
place?
Right. Yes, the yogurt, the applesauce.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And tell me, what do you say normally in terms of safety and durability?
So safety is, yes, all around. People don't even need to be reminded of Volvo safety because, like I said, Volvo is sort of synonymous with the safety. And as far as durability, I always mention that I did raise my daughters in a very light color interior because that was always my favorite, and it was always just a breeze to clean up whatever mess they left. I remember clearly one night we went out to right here in Red Bank to get crepes and my daughter, of course, got raspberry filling in one of her crepes, and we ended up eating it in the car. So next morning, I look on the back seat, a giant pink stain. So I said, well, this doesn't look good, but it came out very easily. And even the
Really?
stitching, yes, the stitching, how you have sometimes
Yeah,
the thread
it's cloth,
just soaks
right.
up more, yes, even that cleaned completely up. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh, that's
So
good to know.
it's firsthand experience, and I've never really have complaints about people end up buying the light interior. They never really come back and complain. It is a high quality interior, and you can just clean it up.
And it's leather?
It's yes. So we have leather, and we also have leatherettes. So you have a choice.
Oh, interesting. But both are durable and easily
Yeah,
to wash.
absolutely, yes.
So that's funny that you said that because the car that I have now, I won't name the brand, but it is, I don't know what it is. It can't be real leather, but it's not it's not holding up well. And I've only had the car for like not even 3 years.
Oh.
And it looks like it's getting to, it stains almost. So I don't know what the heck it's made of it, but I'm not happy
Right.
about that because it doesn't look like, it's starting to look worn in a car that shouldn't look worn yet,
Yeah.
I think, right? I
No,
don't know.
no, that's valid. Sure.
Yeah, and it's gray too, which means like you wouldn't think that like you would think maybe perhaps a lighter color would pick up those stains or whatever. Anyway, but that's great to know. In terms of, so there's a few different. I'd imagine that most moms come in and ask about the two different SUVs.
Yes, so we do have three
Three,
different
okay.
SUVs. So, but obviously the smallest one is not so practical for families. Actually, it is. So it's called the XC40. So that's our smallest SUV, and that's actually marketed for people before and after children. And then we have the XC60. That's a little bit larger than the 40. And my daughter actually is in an XC40 right now with the two babies.
Oh.
So the two car seats fit in there, but she could definitely use more room.
It's a bit more compact.
Yes, it's,
Okay.
yeah. So with the XC90, she would have that. So I think she's going to go into an XC90 next. Her lease is up this summer, so she's looking at the 90s because that's actually the ultimate family car.
Okay.
It has the third row seating. Even if you don't use the third row, you can fold it down, and then there's a lot of space there for even double strollers, your grocery runs. So lots of room in that one. So
Okay.
the XC90 is what you're looking for if you have at least two children, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of lease programs? I know with the car industry during COVID, it kind of things got like a little upside down in terms of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
used cars were much more valuable and then obviously the demand, right, because of what was it?
The chip shortage.
The chip shortage.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes.
So is that back to normal now? Are we
Oh
good?
yeah, very
Okay.
much so. Yes, very much so. Our lot is back to where we want to see it, full of cars. We have at least 3 months supplies, I would say.
Okay.
We used to be down to literally a couple weeks of supply back then. What the time you mentioned. So I would sell 5 cars a month, which was not very many, and now
Yeah.
I'm back to selling a lot more. So yes, so we have inventory, and then the lease programs are actually are adjusted because we want to move these cars. So
Oh,
it's
interesting.
definitely a good time to buy.
It's a good time to
Yeah.
buy. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Tell me about the hybrid models and do Volvos come in all electric or is it
Yes.
all, they do?
So I actually, now that I don't have to cart the kids around, I drive a little full electric car, and I love it. But I understand it's not for everybody. I do a lot of local driving because I work in Red Bank, live in Shrewsbury, so I'm a little bit spoiled.
And you can charge probably at work.
I can do that, but I just plug it in at home. Because these cars actually come with a regular 120 plug, just like an appliance.
So where do
literally,
you plug it in? Like outside
just
of
the
your
side
house?
of, yeah, I don't have a garage, so the side of my house does have an outlet. It's
Okay.
a 120. Some people have a 240 like in the garage for a fridge or washing machine, something like that, so they can use that for faster charge.
And then how long can you go without? I mean, I know the same concept with gas,
Right.
but it's like for some reason, I said when I bought my car, it was like the salesperson was also a woman, and she was telling me same thing. She drove one, and I was like, aren't you afraid of like running out of power? And she's like, aren't you afraid of running out of gas? And I was like, oh yeah, okay, duh.
Same thing. Yeah. I mean, you do have to plan around. It's electric chargers are not at every corner like a gas station, so
Right.
you have to plan around that.
Okay. Is there like like a tech where you could look up where
Oh, yeah.
charging? Oh, there is.
It's built
Okay.
into the car too.
Oh,
So
interesting.
if you put in an address and it's outside of the range that you have electricity for,
Uh-huh.
the car will tell you. The car is going to be actually scheduling your stop at a charging station that's on your way.
Okay.
So, and of course, it's going to ask you, is it okay if I, schedule this in for you? And then you say yes, because obviously you're going to need it.
Right. Right.
So,
Is there still rebates too through the
very small.
state?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
for the
the-
electric cars.
Yeah, so the clean clean energy vehicle, I'm not sure of the
Right.
exact name, but yeah, so that rebate does apply to both of our plug-in hybrids and the full EVs.
Oh, interesting.
If you lease.
Okay.
So because these rebates are very specific, so cars have to be made in America under a certain MSRP, but Volvos are made in Sweden, all these electric cars, so that you have to lease, not own, not buy it outright. And then you can apply these large rebates, $7,500. That goes towards the purchase price. It's point of sale rebate, so we calculate the lease with the reduced price already.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, so back to the original question. So we do have the full EV. They're the smaller cars. So I have a C40. It's a little hatchback. I can still fit the 2 car seats back there. A little tight, but I make it happen. And then we also have the XC40 full electric. That's our smallest SUV. So after that, the XC60 will come in with a plug-in hybrid, which is, like I said, it's a bridge between the gas cars and the electric cars.
Okay.
Because there's zero range anxiety because you still have the full gas engine.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's under the hood, just like a regular car. And then in addition to that, you have that large battery that if you charge it, will take you up to 40 miles distance.
Oh.
So moms who just do, the kids' activities during the week, grocery shopping. you
Hate
can-
stopping for gas.
Yeah, you can just do the, exactly. Okay.
There are 2 people in the world, they say, the ones that run on E and the ones that like won't even like let it get to E. And I'm the one that won't.
I used to be like that.
I am always like daring, like I hate. I don't know what it is. I hate stopping for gas. So it's like the last possible second I can go.
Yeah, no, I can relate to that. I drove the gas cars up until a year ago. So
My husband's like, yeah, and then eventually you're gonna run out of gas in a place that is not great, and you're gonna be like freaking out.
But it
And I
hasn't
don't-
happened yet.
Hasn't
No.
happened yet.
Oh, I know.
So-
Don't push it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people like you will not have to see a gas station probably for a month. So
Oh, that's
if yeah,
lovely.
if you're definitely doing a around town driving, plug it in like you would plug in your phone.
Okay.
So and then in the morning you have a full charge and just do your errands again on full electric.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And then
didn't
if
really know how it works, but that's yeah.
So it's almost people say especially with a full electric car, it's not really a car, it's like a toy. It feels like it too. It's just a different feel when you're in
It's a different
electric
feel.
car. Yeah, and then you can have that with a plug-in hybrid. You can drive it as an electric car, and then when you jump on the parkway, you do a longer distance. You just use the gas engine.
So the engine, so it feels different because the engine is operating differently, I guess.
Yes, and then
Got
it's
it.
a lot more power. So you're jumping from a 300 horsepower to 450.
Whoa.
It's a big difference, and you feel it. It's a great concept.
Huh. That's so cool. I'll have to go test drive
So
one.
you have to, yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just can't really picture it.
So you mentioned moms ask a lot about car seat features. Do you have the what are they called? The little the hooks that the car seats go in.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
feathers.
Yes,
yes,
yeah.
yes, we do. So the XC90 has 2 on the second row, and the third row is not. You can put the boosters, cushions there, but it's not for the full car seat. So two on each side of the second row, and There's also a built-in booster, which a lot of people are so surprised to see because no other manufacturers do that. So the XC90 has the middle seat. It's always a little bit smaller than the two side seats in most cars. So the middle seat, Volvo made it into a little pop-up booster.
So that is gold because I can't tell you how many times. So when my daughter's 9 now, and now she's like asking to sit in the front. I let her do it like sometimes, but I'm still not like, entirely. Legally you can, but it's still like she's tiny, so I'm like ugh. But you know, back in the day when the kids were young, and my husband had a pickup truck, and if he picked her up from daycare and I didn't transfer the
seat,
freaking booster seat, and it was always like, why did you know, so we're always yelling at each other about that. But it would be nice if it's just there. You don't have to worry about transferring it, and keep one in one car and one is in the car, right?
And then another thing for grandparents, because I am one, my next car is going to be an XC60. I think because of practicality, it's just bigger, number one. And number two, the XC60s come with 2 booster cushions.
Ooh.
Yes, the 90 has one in the middle. The XC60 has 2 on each side of the second row. So it just pops out.
So
And
they're
because
really...
because I don't have them full time. I don't really need to carry,
Right.
the equipment. So but
Okay.
it's always going to be there.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So Volvo is clearly, invested in making manufacturing family-friendly vehicles.
100%.
Tell me what it is about Volvo that sets them apart from other luxury car manufacturers, and why Volvo has been, to continue to be a valued, brand for families in our community.
So Volvo now, in addition to they're going to keep a safety synonymous with their name, they also are adding sustainability. So with not just with the electric cars being on the road using less emissions, but also during manufacturing, their plan is to become carbon neutral by 2040, which is 10 years before the Paris Agreement.
Oh.
Yeah, so Volvo is very ambitious and has been that way for a long time now. So that actually adds value to every family, because we want to, just keep our planet the same for our children as we
Right.
found it. So Volvo is extremely conscious about that. They're proud of it. They're making every effort to make their factories carbon neutral. Even their executive travels are conscious of being to go along these lines. So yeah, it's an all around wholesome company, I would say. It's great to work for them, and the more you know about Volvo the brand, the more you're gonna like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dealership itself, I know, is it the oldest Volvo dealership?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
In North America?
Red Bank Volvo is the oldest. In America. Yeah. Oldest
Wow.
Volvo dealership. Yes.
Family owned.
Family owned since the beginning, 1956, on the same street corner. So probably one of the oldest businesses in Monmouth County too.
Probably. And it's a beautiful facility. I also love that you have a little corner for the kids.
That's right. Yes.
When I went in to take some content for our partnership, it's nice that you have that there, because it's not fun when you have little ones trying to talk to the salesperson, but also just deal with little kids that don't want to be there. So
Yes, I know.
and then for service too, when you're getting the car served.
You have to wait. You have to occupy the kids, and there's that little table, little chairs, coloring books. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And tell me what else moms are asking from you. I know, like I said, it's not it's a little bit of a stressful thing going dealership to dealership and asking what to buy. What would you say to keep in mind for parents that are going through that right now?
So I let me think. I'm sorry. What did we talk about?
So if parents are going to dealerships and asking, what questions would you encourage moms to ask if they are considering buying a Volvo or any car right now? In terms of safety standards, in terms of gas mileage, like what are important things to know for someone like me, especially who I don't really know a lot. I don't know a lot about cars, right?
Right.
I know,
Oh, yeah.
I know,
I understand.
what if I go even my car now, I go I go into my car. I've had it for almost 3 years. It was a new car. I still don't know how to work half of it because I just like haven't read the It's not really important to me. I like to
Okay.
certain features. I'm like, cool, that's great. But otherwise, like, there's probably a lot of it that I don't even use. But that's me. And some, obviously another mom might be all into like a lot of the tech stuff.
Yes. I
So,
understand. Okay.
what are some things to keep in mind?
Some things, the best way I think would be going about it is think about the things that you do like about and you do use your current car. Like, what do you like your I don't know, keyless entry, keyless lock. You come into the dealership with these things in mind. So I just tell the salesperson, tell me, I don't want to lose my keyless entry, keyless lock. I don't, I want to be able to start my car from home.
Do you have the app?
Yes,
I
so
love
we
that.
have the
That I
app,
have. That's cool.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inside the car, do you want to talk? Do you want to be able to do full voice command? Whatever you do you want to be able to text? Do you have sometimes, think of things
So
that
you can
yeah.
text like from the
Yes.
car?
So now we have Volvo, not just the CFS brand, but also we have the state-of-the-art technology as a platform for all the electronics in the car. So this means Volvo partnered with Google actually, and our technology literally is probably one of the best ones out there. Meaning. Your car will understand just like your phone or your smart speaker at home. Whatever you say, normal speech, you don't have to learn these awkward commands. So you just say, so, hey, Google, what's going to be the weather tomorrow in Red Bank? And, the car will talk back to you.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
we have
cool.
that kind of technology
so it's like an
now.
Alexa in your car.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and you don't even have to have your phone connected to that at that point. But of course, you will want to connect your phone because you want to make phone calls, you want to text, and then it's all safely already thought of by Volvo. You can just use your voice.
I don't know if I
text.
really, I mean, that's very cool, but I'm just thinking now in my head, my daughter, we have an Alexa at home and it's actually one of those, like, it's in my kitchen. So it's like a screen. So while I'm cooking, I can watch like my shows or watch the news and I like it, but you can also ask Alexa anything, right? So my daughter is going through this phase where like, she doesn't take my word for it. Like if she asks me a question, she'll fact check me on Alexa.
No way.
So I don't know if I need that in the car too, where I'm like getting overruled to make.
There's a way to turn it off. Do not worry.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you can just turn off the voice control, and in that case, as you're driving, you have a thumb under your thumb. There's a button, and you can activate the listening device. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah, kids, yeah. Volvo
Yeah.
pretty much thought of everything. Yes.
Do they have I don't know if they still do that in cars, like the screens in the back with the is it like an upgrade that you can get or like for TV to have kids watch TV?
So what you can do is get a bracket with wiring, so you can just pop in your own iPad.
Yeah, that makes more
Yes.
sense because everyone has iPads
Yeah,
now.
times have changed.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay,
No
all
more
right.
DVDs or
Right,
yeah.
right. Those
Yeah.
are cool though, to be able to go on like road trips and stuff. But you're right. Yeah, the iPads are
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
replaced that for sure. And tell me when you're not working you've been you're a Monmouth County resident, where your favorite spots are to visit with your grandkids, with your daughters.
Yeah, so just strolling down Broad Street at Red Bank is amazing because I live close enough where I just put them in a stroller and then stroll down for ice cream. So I love doing that still. Go down to to the river and then just hang out, eat our ice cream. My daughter's bridal shower is actually coming up, and I had her sister set it up at one of my favorite spots is 26 West.
Yeah, I love it
So
there. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
up top in their event room is just beautiful. You can open up the garage doors, and I think it's going to be perfect for like a Mayweather.
weather,
For,
yeah.
it's perfect for that.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I love Red Bank. Of course, the shore. I like Asbury Beach in the summer. There's that little water park on the boardwalk.
Yes,
I
for
take
the kids. That's so
the
nice.
kids there. That's so cute.
And Jenkinson's, I'm sure, right?
It's nuts. I think they've been too young, so it's just it's a lot.
Right.
I'm a grandma now. I don't have all that energy anymore.
That
to
is a
chase
lot.
them around.
It's a lot.
It's just like it's an all day thing.
When they're a little bit older too, I was thinking, I'm sure you could pop them into Yestercades, the little arcade.
Yes,
yeah.
right,
They're
yes.
not quite the
That'd be
age yet,
yeah, that'd be
but
fun.
my son loved it there when he was little, and my daughter likes it my son liked it more,
Okay.
because the
Yeah, yeah.
video games he
Right.
was into. So, but it's a nice spot. She likes a time to kiln. The little pottery place that's down
Oh,
the road here,
good.
and you go in and you paint you pick out whatever you want. They have like all kinds of different things, and then you paint it, and you leave it with them. They put it in the kiln, and you pick it up like a week later, and it's a nice little personalized piece of pottery.
Yeah.
So
I
we
think
like
my other
doing that.
daughter took the boys there, and then I saw their little creations. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's
they
cute.
picked this. It was a truck because they're boys. It's all about trucks and cars. So they picked this clay truck and then just slapped some paint on it. It's great.
Oh, yeah. That's fun. You go get lunch. We'll make like a little girl thing. And now that we're here, in our office all the time, my daughter, she calls this little spot over here her desk. So she's here. She's our little Monmouth Mom's assistant.
Oh, that's great. Love it.
So tell me where everyone can find you. If you are in the market for a car right now, go see Barbara Paul at Red Bank Volvo. It's on Newman Springs Road.
Yes.
We can put your email, I guess, in the
Sure,
text
yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Okay. And their Instagram is at Red Bank Volvo. We'll link the website too. And any other way or email's best? Or
Email
call?
would be best, and then
Okay.
now we're set up for texting. I know a lot of people do like just text instead of phone calls. And so, yeah, we can start communicating. And even if you're not ready, ask the questions. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. So,
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
And you said this will air in May, so this is definitely a special it's running right now. So if you're listening 6 months from now, don't go ask Barbara. But you mentioned the
There's
Costco
specials all the time.
Specials all the time.
Costco
but,
is
yeah.
around for this summer, so 3 months usually at a time. Comes around around the holidays too, but that's just one incentive. We always have good stuff. So we had a fall bonus last fall, spring bonus, and it's up until last month. Now it's replaced by Costco. So we're always trying to get creative. Volvo, the brand, is trying to get creative to get everybody in and get a good deal.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I learned a lot, actually, about
Okay.
hybrid models, about all kinds of things I didn't know about Volvo. So I'm excited to hopefully own one day. I'm going to come see you.
Oh, that'd be great. All right.
Thank you again. Coming up, like I mentioned earlier, we have lots of summer fun resources and activities happening. You can also follow on our Instagram. We do lots of different series right now about free and fun local activities to enjoy with the family. As costs rise in our community and things are, you can't get out the door for less than a few $100s with a family of 3. We're always looking for ways to kind of entertain the kids that isn't going to cost a lot. So one thing we are working on is highlighting different places that you can bring the kids just to get outdoors and check out different environmental centers and museums and things that are great resources in our community, but also can help you have a little fun and save a little money. So check that out. And we're also going to be putting an updated version of our free and fun activities guide on our site. Look for that soon. Our summer fun guide is also coming out as well. So we'll have all kind of a comprehensive guide of local activities, free, local beaches, like I said earlier, and ice cream spots, dining, you name it. We're going to have a lot of stuff in there. As always, check themommothmoms.com for that information and more, as well as our newsletter. We are starting a new weekly update where we're actually going to be sending you our weekend roundup right directly to your inbox and all kinds of information there. So make sure to sign up and subscribe to stay in the know for all things Monmouth Moms in Monmouth County. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.